Today we are going to be discussing Persephone, the Magha star, through the lens of Whitney Houston as a modern incarnation of this archetype. Now, if you know anything about Hollywood and what happens in Hollywood, we will find that the Asterian astrology, which syncretizes the sun sign placement of Whitney's true sidereal Magha Nakshatra sun with the Greco-Roman archetype of Persephone. Persephone was abducted by Hades and forced to become his bride, and the whole ordeal caused her mother Demeter to be so bereaved that she basically stopped giving nourishing rain to the earth, and the earth became barren, and the gods had to plead with Hades and negotiate Persephone's return, but she had already consumed the pomegranate seed, the fruit of the underworld, and therefore she was bound to remain chained to the underworld. And when we read the Asterian archetype, it tells us that Persephone is the source of light. And it is interesting that Leo, Magha Nakshatra, the sun, the recent Lion's Gate portal, all of that was veiled by the fact that the Greco-Roman, westernized, Gregorian calendar tropical alignments would have not said Leo and Magha. It would have said we are in Virgo. And that made me unveil so many things that came to light about the svengali archetype Whitney Houston is often associated to. And it made me watch the movie and all these conspiracy theories on TikTok and YouTube. It just made me put so many worlds of information together, and it germinated in a process of making me see a whole new light. I was seeing how there was an exoteric narrative and how there was an esoteric narrative, and I was seeing how the things were said between the lines. And in the movie, Teresa Graves looked for a John, and in The Bodyguard, the sister Marion who tried to kill her was, I think they were called, let me not say, but if you know, you know. If you know about the note that she passed, if you know about how she said she almost drowned, if you know what Leolah Brown has been saying, and the book My Sister's Keeper that she is gearing up to publish, then we can see the Hollywood handler and svengali archetype that followed Whitney's legendary status as a Magha star, a mega star, and tainted it with this Persephone archetype that, we started like seeing her as like fallen, or that MC in Ophiuchus, she had to deal with a lot of snakes, guys. If what Leolah Brown is saying is true and we don't have the full story, we need to put some respect on Whitney's name and use our voice, because she used her voice to give us all soul food. Revati Moon Jupiter conjunction in the second house, right? that power belter, Pluto, Mercury conjunction in the 7th, the North Node in the 5th, the mutual reception between her Venus in Cancer and Jupiter in Pisces, Revati, both these mutually receptive signs of exaltation. So you can see how she built this world for us with the South Node in Sag in the 11th house. We can see how she has been lifetime after lifetime being a mirror for us, and we can appreciate just how much she will continue to give us the soma and give us the ability to meditate on all of these things and find so much more that she was saying behind her voice. Because when a voice really has soul, it is like a horse that cannot be tamed. It will water off Poseidon, Neptune you down the road of the Kelpies so that you can get the wisdom of Athena, Melusine, Lilith, the Capricorn goat, Monosaurus, galactic center, anti-center yoking that you need to do. You need to be Prometheus and Persephone. You need to be Apollo and Artemis. You need to be all these archetypes coming together. You are the light that is having this experience, the eye of Ra, the Sekhmet raging within you to manifest. So Whitney Houston, she had these energies within her, and we need to start seeing it for what it was. We need to start honoring it for what it was, using Mastering the Zodiac, Asterian astrology. At this point in time, this is the best that I know how to get a much more accurate picture than what I got only using tropical or sidereal. And I hope it is useful for you guys as a key to furthering your astrological studies and fine-tuning it, because the information is out there. It's just, are you charting yourself accurately, and can you find the right correspondences for your 3D in the 2D library of ruins that you read up about? So I just hope that this doesn't ruin anything that anybody thinks about Whitney Houston. I'm just going so far as to confirm that the astrology does resonate with why we have these ideas about her, even in the realms of conspiracy theory. That Saturn in the 12th house, we tend to project a lot on people who have dominant 12th house placements like that. We tend to live very much vicariously through them. That is something that I've learned about people who have, especially from the 10th to the 12th house, very heavy placements or stelliums, or like for example her south node is also there, so she has been on the world stage, and that's why the key to her life in this Muses Ascendant incarnation was the Aegean Chiron of the blueprint that she left with her voice, and the many doors that she opened for so many, because that is why we are still talking about her today, because she used her voice to start a conversation. She brought to light what needed to be brought to light, even if we are only seeing it and hearing it years after the fact, when the evidence are coming out, when the people are coming out with their books, when the Magha transit is highlighting things that, for example, I watched this video that I'm going to link 6 months ago, which is titled "What Happened to Whitney as a Little Girl." Interesting 6 months, 6 in Virgo, and the 666 making it very carbon crystal diamond clear of what really was going on, And that is why I see Whitney Houston as Persephone, the Magha star, key keeper. Peace.